Hello, Seiiti Arata. There are 1,000 pieces of content on the internet trying to teach you how to wake up early. But let's be honest, waking up early is actually very easy. You can just place your alarm clock very far away from your bed in a high, difficult to reach place. For example, you could leave your alarm clock very loud in the kitchen near your coffee maker. So when you hear it, you must go there and as soon as you turn it off, you can drink your coffee immediately. So that's it, now you are awake. The hard part is waking up early without feeling sleepy all day long. It feels like your battery didn't charge, now you're like a zombie, unable to be productive. To solve this problem, placing the alarm clock high and far from your bed is not enough. You need to combine several strategies, like getting to know your body, sleeping better, and taking care of your health in general. Mainly, you need to understand that to wake up earlier and have energy during the day, you need to sleep earlier. Learn to listen to your body so you can acknowledge how many hours you need to sleep to not end up like a zombie the next day. To wake up earlier without getting sleepy the next day, you need to go to bed earlier. And you're only going to be able to do that if you know exactly when you need to go to sleep. You may have heard the idea that we need 8 hours of sleep, but have you ever considered the type of person who needs 8 hours of sleep? Does a teenage athlete need the same amount of hours as a sedentary adult? The truth is that each person has a different threshold. 8 hours of sleep is just a benchmark, but some people do well on 6 hours of sleep. Others might need 10. And that number also varies for the same person according to the day. If you had a tiring, stressful day, if you've been eating poorly, if your body is recovering from some illness, you likely need more sleep. But if you had a peaceful day, if you got some light physical exercise, if you ate well, if you're not feeling sick, well, you might need a little bit less sleep. The secret is for you to understand and also to know your own body. Only you will be able to know how many hours of sleep you need to feel good the next day. That kind of knowledge comes from observation. You've got to start writing down the time you went to sleep, the time you woke up the next day, how you felt with that amount of sleep. Then you will know. If you don't feel like writing all that information, you can use apps that will be tracking your sleep. Many are already available for cell phones and also smartwatches. And once you understand how many hours of sleep you need to feel good the next day, then the second and most important step to getting up earlier without feeling sleepy all day long is the simple. You've got to go to bed earlier. Waking up early is a consequence of going to bed early. Without one, the other doesn't work. There is a lot of content on how to wake up earlier, but there is not as much information on how to sleep earlier. With the pressure to be more and more productive and squeeze as much activity into our days as possible, we want to wake up earlier without giving up the joys of being awake until late at night. However, the result is terrible for your health. Sleep deprivation is so bad for your health that some experts consider it to be as harmful as smoking, drinking, or not exercising. Once you've listened to your body and you understand how many hours of sleep you need per night to not wake up tired the next day, then the next step is math. See what time you want to wake up, then you subtract the number of hours you need to sleep. For example, if you observe that you're fine with 7 hours of sleep a night and you want to wake up at 6 in the morning, what time should you go to bed? You should be sleeping at 11 at night the previous day. 11 at night plus 7 hours of sleep is 6 in the morning. But now pay attention. You need to consider the time when you actually be sleeping, not the time you lay down, the time you go to bed. To stick to the same example, imagine the person who goes to bed at 11 at night but takes half an hour to sleep. In this case, the person is only sleeping 6.5 hours and maybe will be sleepy the next day. Therefore, you should also count the time that it takes for you to fall asleep. Some people can fall asleep quickly, 10, 15 minutes, but also some people who might take half an hour or more to fall asleep. That will make a difference. This time to fall asleep is influenced by many factors, from anxiety to what you ate during the day. If you have trouble falling asleep, please avoid caffeine, cigarettes, soda, cell phone, the brightness of your screen, any other stimulant activities at night. Slow down when night comes so then you can lie down in bed more peacefully. In addition to sleeping earlier, you also need to sleep better so you don't wake up feeling sleepy and tired. A good night's sleep is not just measured in quantity, the number of hours. The quality is essential. If you sleep in a bright, hot environment with some noise, some television turned on some uncomfortable mattress, it doesn't matter how many hours you sleep. Chances are you will not get quality sleep. So to solve this, you need to adjust your room until you reach the ideal conditions for you. The four most important factors are light, temperature, noise, and also the equipment. Regarding the light, the ideal is to have your room completely dark. That means lights off, television off, cell phone turned down. If possible, close the window with a very good curtain that doesn't leak any light from outside. If that is not possible, then you can consider using a sleep mask. About the temperature, the ideal is a room neither too hot nor too cold, and it is you who will determine what is the ideal temperature. Depending on where you live, this might require a fan, some air conditioner, or maybe a heater. As for the noise, the ideal is the quietest environment that you can get. I know that this is difficult because we have no way of controlling the noise coming from the street or from our neighbors, but you do what you can, at least inside of your own house. For example, don't keep your TV on. No cell phone with beeping notifications at night. Don't play music at night. If you think that music is nice to start feeling asleep, put it in a way that it will stop playing after a while. Lastly, invest in the best equipment that your money can get. A bed that is right for your size, the right mattress for your weight, comfortable sheets and blankets, good sleepwear, a good pillow. And again, it's going to be only you who will determine what is the right combination for you to have good quality of sleep. And there is one more detail. None of this will be worth it if you don't take care of your own health. Those who are in compromised health will probably continue to be sleepy after waking up early. Good sleep restores the wear and tear that our body undergoes during the day. Therefore, the more you harm your body during the day, the more sleep you will need. The worst is that if you damage your body too much during the day, the quality of your sleep will drop and then you might enter a vicious cycle. That is why sleep suffers from risky behaviors such as smoking, staying too anxious, being too stressed, being obese, sedentary. When your body is at risk, there is too much work that needs to be done and too little quality material for your body to be working with. As much as you want to be pushing it beyond your limits, you can't be very productive in bad health conditions. And the solution is something you already know. You must take better care of yourself. Practice physical exercises, eat better, don't smoke, avoid alcohol, other drugs in excess. Also take care of your mental health to reduce stress and your anxiety levels. And by doing this, you'll finally wake up early without feeling sleepy the next day, boosting your productivity to levels you've never seen before. Waking up early is easy. The difficult thing is to wake up early without getting tired during the next day, falling asleep everywhere you go. To get rid of this problem, you need to know how many hours in total of sleep, of good sleep, that you need per night. Then you get used to going to bed earlier with a time that allows you to wake up sleepless whenever you want. And this will get easier if you manage your time better during the day. That is why now I want to invite you to take a look at a special class from Productivity Ninja on time management. You can go to the address arata.se/time management.